Okay, I fell for the FOMO. I have set up a clawdbot or Moltbot. They changed the name for the obvious reasons. It's currently running in my cloud VM in my personal project. It doesn't matter where you run it. You can pick any cloud provider. But remember, giving a bot access to your computer is risky. So I would strongly recommend choosing a cloud VM or a Docker. I've seen folks hook up clawdbot or Moltbot to Telegram or WhatsApp. I went with Slack. In 2025, you asked the LLM to solve things, it gave you a bunch of answers. Probably you neglected most of them. You can scroll through your ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude history. We all got the dopamine hit from knowing the right answer, but moved on with our busy lives. It's so different now in 2026. You just ask Moltbot, it does it for you. I tried a few things, but I'm really impressed with this particular one. It deserves a demo. So I asked it to install a BigQuery MCP. It said, sure, I'll do it for you because it has full access to the cloud VM. I gave the version number and some information. It went ahead and installed it. I didn't have to mess with anything at all. Then it asked me to place the service credential JSON in the cloud VM. I did it. Then it wrapped a particular MCP with for the BigQuery and created a skill. Now I can use the BigQuery skill and interact with Moltbot. For this demo, I intentionally wrote a terrible SQL, scan all the data with a shitty filter clause, and then bring all the columns. Very bad way to do it. You can find such inefficient queries using Jobs Explorer or information schema views we provide in BigQuery. But let's see how we can use clawdbot to use the skill that it had just created. So now if I go and ask my bot to go find my top 3 inefficient queries from BigQuery in the last 7 days, it's gonna use the skill and the MCP toolbox behind it to access and get back with the results. You can see it gave me a thumbs up. That's how I have personalized my bot for my request/command. And let's give it a few seconds. And there we have it. I also instructed it to respond in threads, so it strictly follows my preferences. So it clearly calls me out about the really terrible SQL I wrote, scanning a bunch of data without having any right filters or selecting the right columns. You can even see the explanation it provides. Now, you could do this with many things out there, but this gets super interesting. I can ask a follow-up question for it to go create a cron job to monitor inefficient BigQuery SQL and then alert me. Now, if I ask it to go find inefficient queries daily and let me know, it's gonna do it. It could even send the messages in the Slack channel or nag the user directly who wrote the terrible SQL, in this case, me. So this all works because we are standing on the shoulders of the giants, the powerful LLMs, MCP tooling, years of investments in cloud, yada yada. Moltbot just wires it all together and proves the hardness for these LLMs matter as much as the model itself. I mean, as it stands, you can't deploy the Moltbot in a B2B environment with all this relaxed security, but you get the idea and the potential to use the LLMs by experimenting, and I believe that's the whole point. Exciting times ahead.